Hello guys, what is up? And welcome to my channel. This is White Academy, and this video I'm gonna teach you about mutation in genetics. So if you're new to this channel, please make sure that you do subscribe to my channel for more information. Okay, so now let us dive into this. So what is mutation? Okay, so mutation is the gradual or sudden change in a chromosome and a gene. So, what is a gene and what is a chromosome? So, you can't talk about a gene and also minus talking about a chromosome. So, these two pieces of information that are found within the cell, within the nucleus of the animal cell or even a plant cell, they are very important because they hold actually different things, okay, that we can tell someone to say, you are a light-skinned person, you are very tall, you are very short. All these are pieces of information that we get from a parent. So when mutation happens, these pieces of information, some of them along the way, they get destroyed, or not really destroyed, but they also get mismatched or even deleted or even just, maybe reversed or even just replicate. Some of these chromosomes, they can actually replicate. Okay, so now mutation. So now, what do you mean by that? So mutation is simply the gradual change in either a gene or even a chromosome. Okay, so I just talked about it. When we are born, okay, we resemble certain people, and those people that we resemble are our parents. And we resemble them because we have gotten certain pieces of information from them, and these pieces of information came as a result because I was in the womb of my mother, and because they are sex. Okay, so some instructions or some informations were actually combined to form me or to form you. So now those pieces of instruction or information, okay, can actually get distorted. Okay, and we have seen people that are very tall. Okay, so meaning tall pieces of information were actually passed on to us. Okay, or even tall people or short people, pieces of information were actually passed on to us. So you can see you have met people that are very short. Some of them are very taller, like abnormal, shorter, abnormal, or things like that. Okay, so that is what mutation is about. So if we change a gene and the chromosome, then we are talking about mutation. So now, for example, if this is a chromosome, so now if this is a chromosome, let's imagine that this is a chromosome. Now this chromosome is found within a cell and within a nucleus. Okay, so we understand the structure of a cell. So a cell has got the nucleus, and within the nucleus we are able to find this piece of thread-like structure, which we are calling now a chromosome. Okay, so now this is a chromosome. So then what happens is that on every segment of this chromosome, there is what we call a gene. So let's use some hypothetical genes. So now, when you use this one as a chromosome, this kind of a thing, and then their segment, and each segment has got a specific gene that normally actually functions, that performs a specific function. So then, a gene, a chromosome, can mutate, but how? So what normally happens is this. So what normally happens is this. So when a gene, when a chromosome mutates, okay, it can actually replicate, okay. So it can replicate. So now, when a chromosome replicates, what happens is that when you count, there is just one piece of this chromosome. So now that it has replicated, meaning it has photocopied itself, okay, then we are going to have two chromosomes, okay. So if you are a human being, and we know that a normal human being have got 46 chromosomes. So if 46 chromosome, for example, we replicate another chromosome, so we have 46 plus that one, okay, we'll get now 47. Now this becomes abnormal, okay, and now we expect that an individual or a species, for example, an animal, is going to start now behaving in a different way as opposed to the normal way. And it is because he or she inherited more than one chromosome, and normally such is normally referred to as, for example, Down syndrome or some other kind of a genetic disorder, okay. So instead of having 46 chromosomes, you have 47. And the way you're going to be behaving is different from other people. And so you have seen people that are naturally, kind of that perform or actually portray such a behavior. Okay, or yeah. So this is going to actually replicate. So altogether, you have two chromosomes. So if you have two chromosomes, and then it simply means that this is what is happening here is that it has undergone mutation. Okay, it has undergone mutation. Okay, so remember that we also have two types of mutation. You have gene mutation as well as chromosome mutation or chromosomal mutation. So if you can think of a chromosome mutation, this is now where someone can inherit an extra chromosome than the normal chromosome. So for example, in male, in female, the sexual chromosomes, okay, it is XX. So maybe you can inherit maybe another extra Y chromosome. So instead of you having normal chromosome XX, okay, for female, then now because of something that happens, okay, maybe it has replicated, okay, maybe you have inherited another extra chromosome, the Y chromosome. So now this is now where you see most of these people that looks like girls or looks like guys or males, while they're female. It's because they have an extra Y chromosome within their cells. So they tend to have some certain characteristics that are found in males. So some of them they have beards, and some of them they don't have breasts. For example, some of them the structure is such of a male or a man. Okay, so it simply means that it is some mutation happened. They are actually inherited, an extra Y chromosome. Okay, so that is just a chromosome mutation. So inheritance of an extra chromosome. Okay, and for your information, a full human being like you, we have got 46 chromosomes. So if you inherit another extra chromosome, okay, either an XX or maybe another X or maybe another Y, then you're going to have more than what you need. So you're going to actually misbehaving, or you're going to portray some of the behavior that are very unusual. Okay, so now these are genes, okay. So now the genes are the basic unit of inheritance. So once you're born and we resemble our parents, either the female parent or the male parent, we have actually, because we resemble them, because we inherited from them certain genes that makes us to look alike, okay? Even within our families, we look alike, maybe with your siblings or your sisters, your brothers, and so on, we look alike. Because most of the genes that are passed along within the family, they are of the similar characteristic. So they actually show similar functions, or outlook or appearance is the same. So now, what do you mean by that? So when you're looking at gene mutation, okay, is now where we are looking at maybe this gene can be deleted. Okay, so once we delete this gene, it simply means that the full functionality of whatever that gene controls is also going to malfunction. So there are certain genes that controls, if you ask the black people, we have this color pigment that is called melanin. So if the gene that is responsible for causing melanin is absent in a particular human being or in a child that is born, then that child is automatically an albino, okay, and that is albinism, okay. So what happens is that because a gene is just normally a molecule that contains different nucleotide or the DNA bases, okay, that combine in a different way to create such kind of a pigment. So what we need to understand is that when you talk about gene mutation, we are just simply talking about that a gene can also be deleted because of something has happened or something has gone wrong. So we need to understand that there are two types of mutation. So chromosome mutation as well as gene mutation. So chromosome mutation is where someone inherits an extra chromosome than the usual one. So if he or she inherits an extra chromosome, then what is going to happen is that there's going to be malfunction in terms of how that person is going to be misbehaving or just socializing with people. So some people who actually inherit, maybe you are female, you're male, but you're going to inherit another extra X chromosome, and you're going to it's going to actually control most of the features. So you're going to have hips like that, and then you're going to have breasts, for example, and you'll be smiling, all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that is chromosome mutation. So inheritance of an extra chromosome, that is chromosome mutation. Okay, so sometimes this chromosome can also break, okay, it can break like this. So a piece of chromosome can also undergo a fragmentation, okay? So it can form fragments, and once that is done, then the whole maybe functionality of that of those genes, okay, is going to be a mismatch, or even just that chromosome, okay, it's going to be a problem. So this is sometimes this can go ups and down, okay. Okay, so sometimes a gene can be ups and down, okay, so up and down, okay, so that can be there, and D, C, B, A, okay. So this piece of gene can be inverted, okay. Once we invert it, obviously it's going to actually be performing different from the normal one, okay. So hope you have understood. So if you've got a question, please make sure that you comment in the comment section box below. And yeah, so if you have not subscribed, also make sure that you do subscribe. So once you subscribe, you'll be able to receive this kind of video. So hope I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This is Radical Academy, and my name is Brother Mike. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.